Airbags are essential vehicle safety equipment, so it can be disconcerting to have an accident and find that the airbags did not deploy. However, not every accident should result in airbag deployment. Andy Crouppen with Brad and Crouppen is here to share insight on when airbags should actually deploy. Welcome back to the show, Andy.
Thank you.
So tell us, when should airbags deploy?
The great mystery. The long answer is you probably have to be some sort of mechanical engineer to truly answer that question. However, airbags are designed to deploy and reduce your chance of your upper body or head striking the vehicle's interior during a moderate or severe frontal or near frontal collision. So absorb that for a second. They may not deploy in a side impact or rear impact collision. They are designed to protect in very specific circumstances. Now, you may have some side curtain airbags that are designed to deploy in a side collision. It is all very specific. We get frequently calls from people saying, I was in a terrible accident and my airbags didn't deploy, and I want to sue the auto manufacturer. Now, I will say this, the vast majority of the times that airbags are supposed to deploy, they do deploy. And when they don't deploy, it's generally for your own safety. I know sometimes it seems like, oh my gosh, my car, there's so much damage, but the airbags didn't go off. Odds are in some of those situations, the airbags would have hurt you more than the accident actually would have. So if you're in a low impact accident, what can happen is you got to remember when these airbags deploy, they are shooting out of, let's say, your steering wheel or wherever cavity they're in at almost 200 miles per hour. So unless you're moving really fast and it's going to be a really bad accident, you don't want them to deploy. If you're going 5 miles an hour and have an accident, no matter how much damage is done to your car, if that airbag comes and hits you in the face at 200 miles an hour, it's probably going to hurt you worse than that low impact collision would have. So you just want to be mindful that the people at the auto manufacturers are pretty good at designing these things to make sure that they deploy when they're supposed to and don't deploy when it's more dangerous. Now, while airbags are one of the great safety innovations of our time when it comes to automobile safety, don't forget about your seatbelt, because an airbag is not going to help you if you're ejected from the vehicle. You also want to make sure you're sitting at least 10 inches away from the steering wheel, because you don't want to be too close. If that airbag is right on your face, it's going to do potentially more harm than good. Remain upright when you're sitting in the seat, especially as a passenger. Young kids, their necks and their muscles are not meant to withstand a blow like that. And that's why often, if you're under a certain weight, you'll see that your airbag in the front passenger seat is not activated. So you just want to make sure that if you have certain medical conditions or you're particularly fragile, you probably should be either sitting in the back seat, or if that's not an option, perhaps disabling the front airbag is actually safer than having it enabled if you have a very serious medical condition. So these are all things you've got to look out for. Perhaps even talk to your physician about. Most people probably don't need to, but if you have a unique medical condition or have a small child. The one last thing I'll say is you've probably heard there have been a lot of airbag recalls, the Takata airbags, and they have affected tens of millions of automobiles. You may want to go to the NHTSA website. It's a government website, National Highway Transportation website, and just find out if you have any airbag or any other recalls on your car, because generally those are free to fix, and you want to make sure that your car is in prime operating condition in terms of safety when you drive it.
All right, great advice, Andy. Thanks so much.
It was a mouthful today.
That's okay. We appreciate you. If you need legal advice, give the experts at Brad and Crouppen a call at 314-222-2222 or visit getbc.com and check them out on YouTube.